ever get this, people will say like, all right, what was your favorite number one experience performing? And I just go, are you kidding me? Where do you begin? But I got one. I started thinking about, since we were going to talk and hang out, there's one of the greatest performances in my life, iconic, and you were there. Okay, and I know, and you're going to probably agree. I'm not going to say it's the number one, but it was very heavy on many levels. It was honoring Janis Joplin.
2005, the Grammys.
Yep. Okay, let me tee this up for everybody, unless you want to tell the story.
I'll tell the story. Well, I had, it was my year of life changing, and I've been diagnosed with cancer. And we were supposed to be on tour, and, so we had to cancel tour. And I went through months of chemotherapy, and I lost my hair. I was bald, but I learned so much, and I'm now 18, going on my 19th year of cancer free. I'm very healthy, so it's all good. But at the time, I had been gone. I hadn't had a single performance, hadn't even been seen in public. And then I show up at the Grammys, and I'm bald, and we're paying. They called, and I was like, oh. When they called and asked me to do it, I thought, well, I'm going to be bald. Oh gosh, I don't know. But then I didn't want anyone else to do it, so I'm like, yeah, I got to do it. I'd be so disappointed if I didn't. So you guys, actually, it was kind of a mashup of you and Philip and Mark, and then some members of Joss Stone's band, because she sang. Crybaby. She sang that, and so she sings it, and then she calls me out, and I didn't know what to expect, and it was just this kind of crazy thing, but the audience was so warm, much warmer. I mean, because Grammy audiences can be so jaded because it's all industry people, and it was such a warm reception, and to this day, I still get people saying, "Oh, that performance meant so much," and It was probably, that's one of my top, like you said, top 3 performances I ever did. And you were, I love it, because whenever you watch the film, you're right there behind me playing and hitting piece of my heart, man.
Well, I want to add to that. First of all, you're right. The audience stood up, and Chris Christopherson was crying.
Yeah, he was poor man.
So we're honoring Janis Joplin, and that was one of your mentors, right?
Well, I never met her, but she was a huge influence, and really looking to her and how she grabbed blues and rock and roll and did it. And I was like, there you go. I want to stand up and be that powerful and naked on stage,
Yeah, and first of all, I always say you were bald and beautiful, because you might have been going through chemo, but you were so beautiful. And what you didn't tell everybody was, I saw this in the interview, is that you showed up for rehearsal, and you had just had maybe radiation that day, or the day before, and during
that morning,
and during the performance, you were like amazing, but you were almost, you were weak. You said that you almost passed out, and I would never have known that.
No,
I would never have known that, and you held that note. What's that? When you scream? And
the big scream at the end. Yeah.
We did it longer, didn't we? Longer.
Yeah, we did it longer than the regular thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Melissa, you crushed it, man. And it was like, and Rob Light, who's head of CAA, said top 10 performances ever at the Grammys, ever. People were going nuts. So everybody, you got to check that out.